Boom, baby, boom. Rise and shine. It's your morning marijuana motivation time. I'm your hostess with the mostest, Marquis Saint. And this morning it's so cold outside and windy. I didn't even want to do the show outside, so I'm going to roll the blunt inside with you guys and get the show started because it's a Monday motivation show. It's the beginning of the month, and I thought how quaint it is for all of us to be able to participate in our month. Like, we don't know what our lives will bring us, but we get to participate in our month. We get to manifest our month. We get to predict what we want our month to look like. Most people have Facebook events. They get to look at the monthly calendar and go, what am I going to do this month? Well, your boy Marky Saint always has first Friday right off the bat. And then I always have second Sundays for feeding the homeless. So we already passed this Sunday. So this next Sunday is already for feeding the homeless. And I thought, how do I want to develop my month? We have Magic Convention starting tomorrow, which is a beautiful thing because I've always got to meet some super cool people with some super cool energy at Magic Convention. And just so blessed to live in Las Vegas where all these amazing companies and people keep showing up and bringing their wares. And I thought, that's what productive people do. They manifest their month. They don't just sit there and wonder what's going to happen the next day. They have a direction in the next day. When I was really depressed, I had no direction and I had no plan for the next day. And that's what I see people doing. They'll do this poke and hope with life. There's no direction or plan. And I think that has something to do with commitment phobia. It has to do with something with having to make a plan and stick to it. And I think people avoid it at all costs. They're just going to let life randomly come at them. They end up where they end up and they were surprised where they end up. And that's where direction comes from. Excuse me, that's where maps come from in our lives. There's going to be that day, talk about the college student day when you're 18 and now you got to be an adult. You went from directions from other people and them giving you places to go or what you should do with your life. And now all of a sudden it's on you. This game called life is on you. I think it's the best game going. Actually, I know it is. And for all of us to be so interactive with our lives, we have a direction. This is why it's a Monday morning marijuana motivation, is because, on Mondays, people start off their week. This is the beginning of the week. There's no more Super Bowls. The seasons are about to change, and it's up to us to choose what we want from our lives. And it's not just like, oh man, let's play it out the next 5 years like a college student, but we can predict maybe the next 30 days. Like, what are you looking forward to? A lot of my depression, it got over my depression because I had something to look forward to, right? So it didn't matter if it was like a UFC fight or a date with a girl or some kind of exercise thing I got to do or an event. Everything was motivating me to make it through. So maybe you don't have the ultimate plan and you don't have the ultimate vision. It takes a while to find out our life's purpose. I've been reading the book. What's the book's name? Or it's an audiobook, sorry, I should say. The Path of the Superior Man. And it keeps talking about giving away our gifts, right? And I find that people that give away their gifts are just a lot happier. They find their directional compass faster. It's on some life works easier for them because they're on their path. And I think that the universe tends to slow us down or corrupt our path if we're not on the right path. So a lot of the things that get scullied right in front of us or sunk right in front of us, that iceberg dead ahead was seeking the Titanic ahead of time. Does that make sense? Because it wasn't on the right path. It was going too fast in the wrong direction. And I feel like that's what the universe does to us, So when people that have flow and know where they're headed with their lives or how the month's going to end up, that's because they're in flow. That helps people when you're in flow to go hey, you know what? My life belongs in this direction. I'm doing what I'm supposed to do. I'm where I'm supposed to be with the people I'm supposed to be. I'm hitting all my goals. And that's all it is. It's just directional. Months go by and people go what happened with my life? You know what I mean? What happened with the time? You should kind of have a plan. I mean, life is kind of bumpy. And it's not always going to go as matched. I tell people this all the time, especially like world travelers. Like my best made plans have been laid to waste in front of me, and that's okay. At least my directional compass, my internal direction compass. What am I doing with my life now? How many people ask that at the beginning of the month, and how many people actually set calendar dates? Now, some people might be obsessive about their calendar dates. Some people might be OCD and be like, "Yo, I gotta be here, here, and here at 7 a.m. and my whole life will be broken if I don't maintain a schedule." I'm not that rigid. I would not tell you that this is this kind of goal setting, calendar appointment setting type show. This is not what I'm suggesting at all. I'm saying you find what goals you're having through the month, man. Like what's bringing you, what event you must have do, because you're gonna go through your Monday. You're going to go through your Fridays. You're going to have these ups and downs through the week. But what's pulling you through the month? Where are your goals at? What's going to make you happy? I do mine because it's me personally. So I told you, Magic Convention's coming up tomorrow. I met Mark Echo. I met so many amazing people from around the world in business through these conventions. We got Champs Convention at the end of the month. So excited. So many different people in my industry, the weed industry, to meet. It's so grateful. I'm already pumped up for it before it even happens. Do you have something like that? Do you have something in your life where it's like, dude, this is pushing me, pulling me, in fact, towards the light. It's making me want to get up in the morning. It's making me want to do my push-ups. It's making me want to do more than my life. And that's the motivation. You know, you got to shape your month with goals. You know, that's what I've been telling people. It's like everything has like big goals, like life goals, like losing weight or going to college or something that switches up, you know, where you live. These are big goals. I'm talking about little shiny things that keep pushing you through. Like I know people that look forward to TV shows. Maybe not so much those, you know what I mean? That's one thing, but doesn't activate you. I'm talking about things that activate you, like going to a concert, or, you know, we put a lot into entertainment for our stimulus, but maybe going doing a photo shoot, or going out in nature, or spending time with friends. That's what I got to do. I haven't seen a friend in 20 years. Is one of my favorite feelings, is reconnecting, rekindling with people. So, you know, women are really great at this. They'll set schedules like, okay, Thursday's Johnny's birthday, and then we got to be here and do this and do that. And so is college. It got your head, where do I got to be, with who, with what book, and what homework assignment finished. So, you know, this is our lives. We have a little bit of a schedule to it, and I want people to have goals in their schedules. That's what this whole show's about. Have a goal in your schedule. Be like, yo, this month we're going to be tackling this. And that's 12 things you get to tackle in the year, dude. You get to have all this fucking amazing goals to reach. And I love it because it's a dream world, right? It's like the never land, right? It's like you got to dream endlessly. And this is my favorite part about setting goals in the beginning of the year or around my birthday. It's like, this is the dream list. This is you as a kid at Christmas going, I want all the toys, man. I want every toy I can get. By the way, your boy Saints even switched up to the hemp wraps. Shout out to Kong Wraps. They're the homies. Gonna get these going too. And for us to have this dream, limitless dream, to go, okay, man, I'm gonna do this, this, and this, and this. Some people, like, they don't think that way. They're not on the case that way. What they're doing is on some, oh shit, there's another blunt in there. Okay, there's life. Boom, baby. Some of us are on the anti-dream trip, right? So it's gonna be, how was I gonna phrase this? When I was like, just going to tell you this, man. Fucking that Kong rap thing threw me off. There's a flow of thought there. Hold tight. I want to get back in the flow. Hold tight, hold tight, hold tight. We were talking about people and dreams. And concentrate, Mark. Concentrate. This morning marijuana motivations got me distracted. This is what you get with the live show. We're talking about schedules. Maybe live by the schedules and don't get to actually live when they set the schedules so rigid. And we're talking about goals and setting goals and people believing that their goals can't be achieved. They talk about big dreams. I'm talking about big dreams, dreams that you never thought you could see before. And that's why I go for these kind of goals, is people never get to, they'll never, since they can't see it, they can't achieve it. And unfortunately, that happens with people. They'll naysay on it. There's another thought. I'll have to do the show later, but we watched the show. I lost my train of thought. But, you know, when we have these ideas, and some people can't see them. It tends to make you the only one that can see your vision, your happiness, the way you want to live your life, and that's going to change the attitudes of a lot of people. So when you're changing your own attitude, when you're changing your own perspective, and you start becoming a dreamer, I've been a daydreamer my whole life. There are going to be people that won't be able to see the same dream. They'll see you shifting. There's some people that believe that the negativity or the world's against them. And then there's the other side of people that the world is mine, and I've been able to manifest it. And that's what I want to reach people, is life by design, and going like these goals don't become superficial anymore. It becomes a dream box. And that's why I was so excited to talk to you guys about it. It's like, I get this to dream dreams, limitless dreams, and write them down like a kid in a candy store. So for all those that have something inside them, something inside them that moves them more than anything else in the whole wide world, these are the type of motivations that you should share with people. These are the type of things where they make our lives worth living. I don't know how else to explain that. You gotta have something that makes your life worth living. And if you're not expressing or giving away your gift, you're not doing it right. And that's what I learned from reading that, or listening. I should say, I didn't read it. I was listening to the audiobook, The Superior Man, is when you're in that flow of giving, and you're giving what your natural, what your true deep down inside, what you care about, not with some superficial type shit or some malicious type intent in the background. That's when your life becomes limitless. That's when you become there's nothing you can put on that paper that won't come true. And that's such a wish list. I'm telling you, I put some of my greatest thoughts into these lists and go, let's speak Spanish fluently, or travel the world, or things like most people just kind of throw around. I actually did, and I'm so grateful to be actually doing the things that my mind sets me to. So it starts now. It starts on, how do I want to live my life? This quality of life, my belief system. Beliefs are systems. So it's like, what do you believe in? And write that down. And when you put those things down, this whole list starts lighting up. And I love it. I fucking love it. I love that I can put anything I want on a piece of paper and it comes true in my real life. So for those that want to be activated, that want to have motivation, listen to your boy Saint, write it down. It's the biggest contract you will ever write with your own hand. You get to sign it with your own DNA. There is no excuses anymore. You're like, this is the way I want to live. And that's the type of people I want to be around. I want people that live their lives happily, doing the things that they were meant to do. And those are the best people to be around. If they're unhappy, it's going to be miserable. If you're not in flow, it's going to be miserable. The universe will keep punishing you till you get back in line. And it sucks because I hate being in line. I like being out of line. I like to break outside of the rules. But there's been a couple times the universe is like, yo, dude, calm on down, come back over here to your regular destination. So look, we all have a path to walk. We all have lessons to learn. It's such a wonderful life. It's a wonderful life. It's the ups and downs, smiles and frowns. But in this, we get to find our own path, bro. And when we walk in our path, putting the universe on our side, it's a very smooth and fun transition. If we're not expressing ourselves, if we're not living with our gift, if we're not giving away that gift on a regular basis, then it becomes not so steady anymore. And that's what I want people to find, is their steady regulation, emotional regulation, mindset, and that's what it's all about. So this is your morning marijuana motivation time. I'm your host with the Moses, Marky Saint. Every morning I get up, I'm blessed to get it. This is a long one because I started doing these and uploading them up to YouTube Live. Anybody got anything out of this, go to that channel, Saint's Addiction. We live on YouTube now. It's a goal of mine. As soon as I hit 1,000 subscribers, I'm shaving the beard. So get your friends to like and subscribe, follow. There's goals. Change is inevitable. So everybody that's sick of seeing my beard in their face every morning and want to see maybe my upper lip for once in the last 7 years, your boy Marky Saint is more than willing to oblige, because change is inevitable. But first, you got to subscribe. Peace and love. And as always, Chigathon, thank you for your morning. Thank you for being blessed. And thank you for manifesting your month. It's all love. On my heart from the start. I'll see you on the other side. Peace.